All right, we are playing Dark Venture for the second time. So we played it a couple nights ago. I was sort of lukewarm on it. Um, but I mean, I didn't do a very good job for one thing. And so we figured we'd give it another shot, see how it feels. And, I mean, no reason not to do that. So I'm going to shuffle and deal myself a rando here since I don't know anything about the characters anyway. Um, I'm going to shuffle and deal a random character. We already did Dead the Fierce, which I thought he was pretty cool. Kara the Sly. So there you go. It's going to be Kara the Sly. So we'll read her in a second. Put these guys back. I know I'm going to need dice because I don't really like the dice they have there because they're a little too fancy. So, okay, Kara the Sly holds a cost knife and a moonseed elixir. Deadly strike. As her battle turn, once per battle, roll 3d6 plus speed. If 15 or higher, set her opponent to 20. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So at the beginning of the battle, but I mean, you're not attacking. So that's something to also consider is that you're sort of giving up your shot there too, to do that attack. So we shall see. We'll see where her speed ends up. So she starts at 4, 5, 4, and 4. There we go. And then we need to get her a knife. We might as well set her up at 36 hit points. And 36. She gets the cost knife and moonseed elixir. So those are her two items that she is holding. Moonseed elixir. So it's like a poison on her knife, effectively. And then this is a poison blade in battle. After calculating your attack damage, excuse me for my hissing here, roll an additional d6 if 1 and 2 added to your attack damage. So that's cool. So she does get +1 attack score, +1 brain power. It's one-handed. So she doesn't start with the best equipment. She's not really a super combatant. Okay. And she is going to start with one of these, 2 of these. So she just has a road, a Sarkag Wolf. These guys are a little rough. The Vision Shard, so that's sort of cool. And a Rotting Fish, because, so that's her hand right up here. And what else do we need to do? What we need to do is get some quests. So the Dungeon Dive solo rules give you 4 of these, and you pick 2. So Arcane Insight is go to different places. For the next Eggman. So this is go kill an Eggman, effectively. So I think those 2 are pretty easy starts, I think. So we're going to take Royal Plunder and Arcane Insight. So we're looking to kill an egg guy and enter 6 specific locations. And it's defeat a dirt twin in combat, ride a horse, enter 3 different locations that have hex actions. I think I can do this one for sure. Ride a horse sounds like you got to find a damn horse. So I've not seen a horse yet, so good question. I've not seen a dirt twin. I've seen a sword. I've not yet seen a Dirt Twin. Is Dirt Twin a faction? No, it must be a guy. Okay. So I think that's setup. That's one thing about this game. The setup is pretty damn quick, actually. So each turn we draw cards. Each turn we draw cards. We heal 2 hit points, and we have 3 actions to do. So it is. I'm gonna lock and lock. It's turn 1. We have no damn points. I'm gonna copy this, then paste just a boatload of them there. My water is boiling. That tea bag does not look like it's going to do much for this cup, but we'll live with it for now. It's cinnamon vanilla tea. My guess is not very good. So I think I'm going to try to approach this vaguely smartly. So I think obviously we're looking for locations and we're looking for characters. However, we could probably use a little bit of more cool items because we really are a little bit lackluster in our stuff. In reality, if you think about it, like we're gonna do 5 points of damage, 7, 12. So we're doing 12 points of damage around plus a third because this is a 1 or a 2 on a, you know. So well, I shouldn't say that. It's 1.5 divided by 3 effectively. So 1.5 divided by 3 is 1/2 point of damage. Well, there you go. So it's a half point of damage. So we do 12.5 points of damage around. You know, so that's 37.5 in 3 rounds. I feel that a lot of these combats come down to who hits first because you're reasonably close to your enemy in terms of, how many hit points you can knock down in most cases. And so it largely comes down to your initiative roll. Fortunately, her initiative is good. This Deadly Strike is interesting. She has a 5 speed. So if she rolls a 10 or higher on 3 dice, which is certainly normal to do. So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to pull a 3rd die, which is black. That'll be the poison die for her poison. And then we can use that as a 3rd die for our Deadly Strike here. So you could. Now here's the problem. This is only good on a guy with more than 32 hit points because otherwise you're doing about 12 on average. And this power actually gets, as she gets better stuff, this power actually gets shittier. Because she's going to theoretically, because it's in addition to her, it's not in addition to her battle turn, it's as her battle turn. So in other words, she's giving up her attack. So the opportunity cost is 12.5. So unless she can knock 12.5, so for instance, if we're fighting this wolf, don't do it. It's not worth it. So, and as we get more power and more attack bonus, it's going to get worse and worse. So, okay. So we can draw cards. So we can draw cards, and at the beginning of our we may renew side quests or get rid of one. So what I'm going to do is, I've never seen a horse yet. So I'm going to drop this one first. So that's the first one, and then we're going to draw that one, defeat an Eggman. Strangely enough, we have to anyway, so I think that works out for us. And then what we're going to do is we are going to. Now, I could be doing this wrong, but my understanding is drawing a card into your inventory doesn't cost you anything, but equipping it costs you. So I'm going to drag this into my inventory. And this one. And then I'm going to draw. What do I need? I need locations. So I'm drawing location. Let me shuffle, draw a location. I'm going to draw an item this time. So we have the Haunted Curve, and we have Marsh Apple Extract. So we definitely have a bazillion healing items sitting around. But not quite what we wanted to manage here. So, under the rules of the Dark Venger Dungeon Dive solo rules here, we can place one of these for free and a character for free. We do not have a character we want to place, but Haglor's Haunted Curve is a location that will count. So that's a free placement. So let me lock these actually. That's a free placement, and we do have a character token to get. So we are Kara, the Sly. So there we are. We have 3 actions. Man, I almost want to move this just a little lower to start, even though that could get out of hand. So first thing, I think we're gonna move. So, well, we get to. Well, wait, we have to read 19. We're gonna do bees. Aglor's Haunted Curve. The road at your feet shows signs of a scuffle. There are broken pieces of metal, glass, and articles of clothing scattered about. The door of a destroyed vehicle flies into the air, skimming your head before landing in a nearby tree. A person falls from the vehicle onto the ground as they stumble to their feet. Chunks of metal and debris, loose gravel, and broken glass lift from the ground near them to orbit their body. Well, that just sounds horrible. Draw until you find one weapon holding character. Equip them, place them here, draw the prism key added to their inventory. Orbiting objects bounce haphazardly off the side of the vehicle and the ground, sometimes slicing into them. Reduce their health by 3d6. Roll 2d6, add the highest value to their attack bonus and the lowest value to their armor bonus. This person is aggressive. So, okay, so we've got an aggressive weapon-wielding character here. Looks like Haglor the Ghostly is here. And he has the Ghost Sword and the Dimensional Jewel. So, Ghost Sword. I mean, he's a little bit of a badass right now compared to me. Dimensional Jewel. And I do know he has the Prism Key. Done, done, and done. Equip them, place them in this location, shuffle the other cards back, draw the prism key, add it to their inventory. So we're going to put him here. He's got that. So his stats right now, he's a 6 attack bonus right now. 7 attack bonus. He's got some armor. And the prism key. So hold on. So I think, though I don't love to do this, I think we're going to draw, I'm going to actually delete all of this. And we're going to put an NPC up here like this. So this guy goes here. Flip that. So here's our guy, and we'll actually place him. This, one thing I don't love about the game is simply that it takes a lot. It's a lot of this. So this is in their inventory. It's not even on their person. There's a lot of fussing with stuff in the middle of the game. So they have 3, 4, 5 of this. My guess is it doesn't matter, but he has 7 luck. He's a lucky SOB. A 3 speed only. Mind of 3. His attack bonus is 2. His armor bonus is 1 plus whatever he gets on his flipping rolls here. So we're going to roll 2 dice. One of them is going to be added to his attack bonus, I believe. The other is a defense bonus, right? Yep. So here we go. We're hoping for double ones. 2 and 2. So, well, at the very least, it's not that bad. Could have been worse. So he's going to have a 4 and a 3, I believe, instead of a 2 and a 1. So we'll just take those off and put these here. So we got a 4 and a 3 instead of a 2 and a 1. So, okay. We also reduce his health by 3d6. So I'm going to roll my dice right here. Let's hope for 3 6s. 11. So his health is reduced by 11. So he had 34 health. He had 34 health. We reduced it by 11 down to 23. So he has 23 health. So that's 2 rounds for us hitting him. And he's going to do about 9 points plus 7, 16 points of damage to me every round. So I can sustain 2 rounds of fighting him. So again, I think it comes down to first attack. That was just my free play. That was literally just my free play of my location card. I have not yet taken an action, so figure that one. All right, so what's next? Well, given that he is here, so he's Haglor. Haglor the Ghostly. And he is aggressive, so if we enter, he's going to fight the heck out of us. Let's put a well, it didn't help, but okay. All right. So what the hell are we going to do? Are we going to deal with him or not? That's a rough one. I do feel that's a little bit ugly. Entering that would give us a point, so keep that in mind. 3 of these will give us 2 points, so we also need to deal with that. I would like to, I think, search before anything else. So we're going to search the location, which we roll a die. We add our brains here, so it's higher than an 8. So we do get an item, so we're going to draw that item. This area is searched, though. We can no longer search it. So items will shuffle. And there's the prism sword for the prism key. That's cool. I thought for something with this much trouble that it'd be cooler, since I never looked at the stats for it. But I knew it had to be unlocked with the prism key because I've seen it before. So little bits of lemon in my tea from the lemon water I had before. Lemon, strangely enough, does not go with cinnamon vanilla. But the cinnamon vanilla tea is not too shitty. So it's a little weak because I have a lot of water in there. So that's one action. Ugh. What's he got? He's got 23. And he's got a speed of 3. Okay. So I'm going to use my second action to use this. So that's going to add 2 for a battle. Done. So my attack value technically, at least for the battle, is going to be 3 for now. I'll put that on top just as a reminder. And then for our last action, we're going to move up and in and be attacked by Haglor here. The slightly awesome. So we'll move his little array into... So first thing is first strike. So I will put these down here. First thing is first strike. We got a 10, so we have the first attack. So we have a 10 plus 5. He has a 4. So perfect. Okay. So we are first. Remember, this black die, if it rolls a 1 or 2, does indeed do extra damage. We have plus 7 to this roll. So we are looking to finish this quickly because he does a fair bit of damage. Ooh, that is not good. That is 5 points. Plus 7 is 12. So that's actually below what we even considered would be our average. So he's down to 11, though. And it is his turn. He's going to hit us for 9, plus 9. So let's hope for a low roll. 3. Perfect. 3 plus 9 is 12. So we're going to take 12 points. Also, we have no mitigation. So we are down to 24. All right. So we're taking a pot shot back. I don't like the looks of that. That's 4. Oof. 4 plus 7 is 11 points. Just enough, though, to knock this guy out. All right. So Haglor is done. So we have killed him. His crap is going to be here for the time being. We don't really need this anymore, so we'll put it aside. I suppose I'll keep all that stuff intact for later. And we are done with our turn. We did enter, by the way, Haglor's Haunted Curve. So that's going to give us a chit on the heroic quest here. So we got 1 of 6. Woohoo. This goes away also. So that item is played and discarded. I think that was an okay move. Strangely enough, it wasn't a terrible fight. I thought that would go worse, but our first strike sort of made the day. We rolled crappily, or we could have probably finished that a little bit earlier. So we move the turn marker to turn 2. We healed 2 hit points, so we're up to 26. And now we have 2 draw. We can get rid of one of these. So I'm going to ride a horse and discard it. Enter a location with a building on. Done. Okay, those are good. That's good. So let's see where we're at. I suppose the question is, the ghost sword is 2 and 1. This is 2 and 1. I suppose it adds a bunch of other crap, though. Having said that, now the prism key is not bad either. But does it take a hand? No, it's a jewel slot. Okay. All right. So that's cool. So, okay. So we do that. We got to draw cards now. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to draw a location. That's a building. And we have, not an item. Let's draw a character because we're looking for, now keep in mind, we can only have 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to have to play, okay. The problem with drawing characters is there's really no reason to play them unless they match something here or have something you desperately want. None of these guys do. So Neither of these matches anything on my words here. So these aren't good locations for that quest. Nonetheless, entering a location with a building on it does look good. So for my free play, I am going to play there. And that matches up right there to Plantman's Castle. Now, it does sort of force me to run back down because this is a dead end. But that's okay. So that's my free play there. I am not going to play any creatures. They're both aggressive, so I have 2 dead cards right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to loot this. So that's an action. And I think I draw it into my hand. And then I think it's a little shitty. I think I'm wasting the whole day equipping shit. I think that's how that goes. Oops, this goes away, by the way. That chip is no longer valid. It's down to a measly +1. So this is going to go here. I'm going to equip this and this. And I think that's 2 turns. I think that's my whole day is unlocking this sword and equipping it. So now we need new flipping stats. So this goes away, this goes away, and the knife is here. The prism sword is going to give me 2 attack bonus, so that's cool. The prism key is going to give me a 3rd attack bonus. So that's cool. We get 2 power. So I'm up to 6. 2 speed. So it looks like I'm up to 7 speed. 1 armor for the key. 2 brains, so up to 6 brains. 2 luck, so 6 luck. It's a 2-handed weapon right now. So we have greatly increased her power. Oop, and somehow I lost a chip. There we go. So if you look now, right, she's doing 9. So her average attack is 16. So I think that's pretty good. That's definitely an upgrade. But it also feels like that was literally her whole day. So I don't love that. But oh well. She heals 2 more points, so up to 28. She can toss stuff for free, so I think this is going away. I'm going to toss it into this pile since it's there. And I don't really think I'm going to pick anything else up there. But that does give me only 4 cards in my hand. And I actually, to be honest with you, I think I'm going to drop this too. That's only 1 card in my hand, in my inventory. I'll draw this down. And so now I have a little bit of hand space free. So what I am going to do is I am going to, for my turn, and I want all these. So for my turn, I'm going to draw a location. It's the Orpal Abattoir, sorry, Abattoir. And we're going to draw a character because we're looking for, nope, we are looking for a dude. He's not aggressive, so we can just sort of put him easy for free there. So, okay. So we did play the Plantman's Castle. We hadn't read it, so let's read it. Because it could be a thing, right? Small castle ahead, looks like it might be abandoned. The front door stands wide open. There's a bright blue glow emanating from the courtyard. Oops. When a player hero enters, read action 29B. So what I'm going to do is, because this counts as both, my first action will be to move to here. He is dead, by the way. So we're going to put him aside. And so that counts for that. And that also counts for this. And we're going to score that here at the end of the day. So I walked into that location, 29B. So we look at the actions book. Blue sparks spray from the edge of a large portal that floats above the ground in the center courtyard of the castle. You may roll luck, 2d6 plus luck, to have your character enter it now at no cost. 14 or more, you may teleport to any location. 9 to 13, you take 1d6 damage. 8 or less, you take damage and teleport. So I'm going to do it because I don't think there's any reason to not do it. 2d6 plus luck. Our luck's pretty darn good. Our luck is 6. I'm also going to put, just because, I'm going to copy, I'm going to put a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here, because I've entered those locations just to make sure that I remember where I've been. So it's 2d6 plus luck. We're going to roll our bitchin' dice here. We're looking for big numbers. 8 plus 6 is going to be higher, I think, than what is required. Just barely, though. 14 or more. We may teleport to any location. So, frankly, I'm just going to go back to the crossroads. It's going to saves me a couple turns, actually, a couple actions, right? That's 2 actions to get back there. So I'm good. And I'm going to play, because I can, I'm going to play the Ragged Road for free. So we'll put it there. 21. Creatures of the forest seem restless in this place. You vaguely sense an evil presence, but evil is commonplace in the malevolent forest of the Dark Range. Just off the road ahead, you see a small metal tower. That would be a good place to rest. When you enter, read 43B. We do not need to enter this place specifically, right? There's no whatchamacall there. Do we get a point for the abattoir? Yes, we do. So, guess what's going out the door? I should have played that for free. I didn't think about it. That's okay. So we'll put these here. This is going to go here like this. So there you go. So the abattoir is there. 18. That's a point. That one costs us. Down the road, you see a large cement building with a metal roof. As you get closer, you hear someone shouting in a language you don't understand. Beside the building, you notice someone standing at a table waving their arms about. When you enter, read action 42B. So, as our final action here, we are going to enter here, because that's going to give us a point there. We're trying to generate a couple of these darn things. It's 42B. So 42B it is. You move closer to the building to get a better look. Their face is completely disfigured, withered, and decaying. This must be an Orpal portal master, one of the leaders of the Orpals, who controls bands of mindless fiends. He chants louder and soon becomes engulfed in blue flame. A shimmering portal opens around him, and he falls backwards into it. Without warning, there is a temporal explosion. You shield your face. When you look up, everything has changed. You may discard any number of side quests and redraw up to 3. All players draw 1 heroic quest. The roof of the building is gone. Its walls are crumbling, covered in vines and brambles. There's movement in the rubble. Draw 2 Orpal Wanderers if available. Place them here to see if they wander. Draw 1 item and place it here. So, okay, Orpal Wanderers first. So first thing is first. I'm going to draw my quest. Oops, don't flip it. So we also have this quest, Cartographer. When you enter a player place location, you gain 1 quest point, 6 of them. So this is good. This segs with our arcane insight here. Now we're gonna find Orpal Wanderers. Oops, I did not want to do that. Oh, I did not want to do that. Let me Control Z. Let's search Orpal. So we get both of them like that. Done. So we have 2 Orpal Wanderers. Let's flip those bad boys. They are enemies. 1, 2. So we get 2 Orpal Wanderers here. I'm going to lock this. Wander. At the beginning of each round, roll 1d6. If the roll is 1 to 3, it moves 1 location. 4 to 6, it does not move. And then they are aggressive. So I'm going to assume if they move, they don't fight me. They're wandered. So 1 to 3 for the first one, 3. So he's going to wander. I suppose that's here. And then 1 to 3 for the second one, we hope. 2. He also wanders. I feel that's good because I actually do not want to deal with them right now. So we got these 2. They wander away. We have entered the location here. We do get the point for the Orpal Arbitoire. We do not get this because we didn't have it yet. I think that's it. So what happens is this goes away. Oops. That goes away. We do get a quest point for what it's worth. We won. We've scored. So we scored there. I think that's the end of the turn. Really? Jesus Lord. These turns go very fast, and I don't know. It just and yet slow. Weirdly enough, they seem to. There's a lot to do, but I don't get to do much. If that makes any sense. We have entered our second location with a hex target. We really can't go back here. These guys, there's 2 of them. They're both going to attack us at once. So we've entered 2 hex locations. So that is good. I think our goal now is to get into a third to score these 2 points. We're going to heal 2 points, so we're up to 30. Now we could use our stealth ability, and that would allow us to move through here. So we might just do that depending on what we draw here in the morning. So we're going to draw a third side quest. Stop the aggressive, defeat an aggressive enemy in combat. So definitely useful to do. I just don't want to fight 2 at once, if that makes any sense. So at the start of the round, let's roll for these guys. 1 to 3, they wander. 1 wanders. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 3 options. He will come back and attack us. 3. So he actually goes up. So he is moving. They're on the move. So that's good because he's a little bit by himself, not as worried. So not as worried. Nonetheless, I'm still going to draw cards. We're going to draw 1 location. That is useful because I think it isn't this the Waterfall Pit? No. You'll get Cartographer for it, and we'll get this. So effectively, we would score here and here. So I would say this is gonna be our freebie play here. And I suppose I can play it there. We have to be a little bit careful because we might be blocking this off. But that's okay. So that's my freebie play. So that's one location. And then, frankly, I still gotta find an eggy guy, right? It's an Eggman. No Eggman, but a follower. Okay. So I'm going to play the Draken follower. And I'm going to play him here, and that's my free character play. So those are my two cards, and I am done, and I haven't done anything quite yet. So when I enter the Draken, once per turn, I can roll 2d6 plus luck, and on a 9 or more, nope, I'm sorry, 13 or more. So I need like a 7, so on average, I will get them. So I think, so we got to read 24 before anything else. The Waterfall Pit. Above the sound of a roaring waterfall, you hear hysterical laughter and then a piercing scream when you enter 56B. So 56B. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I think I'm going to enter because it's going to give me 2 points and a point there. So I'm going to spend my first point. I'm going to move in. That's going to put a dot here, and it's going to put another dot here. So first things first, 56B. Yes, 56B. Draw and equip and place one weapon holding character. Shuffle the other cards back. Add one drawn item to the character's inventory. Looking hysterical, they're holding the body of a man above their head. Before you can do anything, they pitch the man into the pit. Look at you with a bewildered expression. They're aggressive and attack you. There you go. So we got to fight a weapon holding creature. So let's draw someone. It's the Plant Man. The Plant Man has a cape. So he has a red solar cape and a golden sword. So he's well equipped. He has one other item in his inventory. So we'll draw that. I suppose we're going to put this down here and him here. That's the Dirt Twins sword. Oh, that's what is in his inventory. So he has a golden sword and a cape. So we have to figure all that out. So he's pretty tough. He has a 6 power totally. He has a +2 combat bonus and +1 armor bonus. So he's not too darn shabby. Ultimately, he has a 5 speed. He's got 5 brains. I don't think it matters. He has a 4 luck. So his total is 8. His combat total is 8, really. Mine is just better than just. He has 36 hit points. Uh, 3d6 plus speed. So we could do our first attack. So for 7, so we're going to do, if you look, 9 plus 7. So we're doing 16 points of damage on average. This would knock him down 16 points. So again, I'm just not sure that her power is worth it at the moment. So what we need to do is roll for first strike. So first thing is first. We got him beat by 2 with regards to this first strike. And we do win. So we attack first. So first attack. Oh, Jesus Lord. 3 plus 9 is 12. So we're going to do 12 points of damage to him. So we knock him down to 24. That is pretty bad. Oh, and I'm sorry, it's 25 because he has armor. So there you go. He rolls a 3, though, so that's okay. Plus 8. 3 plus 8 is 11, minus 1 is 10, so he knocks us down to 20. Okay. We could use a big hit. Nope. 4 plus 9. 13. That's 12, so it's going to knock him down to 13 points. This is bad. This is not good. He does 8. 8 plus his 8 is 16. That's 15. He knocks us down to 5. So when we use an item in combat, we got to figure out what we do. I think we reduce our attack still, which is good as a rule goes. So we are going to use this item in combat. We have to spend. It doesn't seem so. So we are going to. So the question is, could we knock him out? I mean, we certainly can. I mean, we're going to attack next. We certainly could knock him out. We'll need a 5 or higher. So what I'm going to do, I tell you what, I'm gonna drink the drink. So we're gonna roll 2 dice on a 6. So we are going to reduce our damage. So we do get to use the item. So we use the item. We're going to heal 20. So that's going to bring us to 25. Sure. Now we get to roll to see if we gain an AP. We do gain an AP. That's nice, actually. I mean, so this goes away. So we have utilized it. And now we're going to roll that black die with our attack dice here and reduce our attack. So we're hoping for big numbers, except on that black die. Wow, we got a 0 plus 9. So we do 8 points of damage to him, knocking him down to 5. The good news is, rolling this, we wouldn't have killed him anyway. So we probably saved ourselves with the potion. So that's nice. He does 9 plus 8. So 17 points. That's 16 points, knocking us down to 9. And then we're going to whack him. Yeah, 9. So finally we hit him, and we do all the damage that we need to do, and we take him out. So he is done. These items are dropped here. We have now encroached on our die rolling space, so probably not my best moment. And all my damn whatchamacalls went underneath. That's lame too. Note to self, don't do that ever again. So yeah. Okay. All right. Those go there. Crossroads is here. That puts the thingy there. I am going to put a dot there just because, keeping in mind, so I have gone there. I've gone to, yes, so a hex thing. We did kill the plant man, so he is discarded. His crap lies there. Sorry about that. That was a board mistake there. So okay, so I've killed the dude. I'm going to make my roll here to get my follower. To get the follower. 2d6 plus luck. Our luck is reasonably high. 11. So we actually have the follower now. So we have this guy. Technically, he gets 2 AP by himself if we want to. So, but we might just keep him around to fight with me. So, I think the only problem I have right now is I'm out of location. So, okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I am going to I'm going to eat this fish. That's a point. That's an AP. That's 8 points. So we're up to 17. It's a little dicey, but okay. I believe. Oh, we've defeated an aggressive enemy in combat, by the way. So that's that. So end of turn, we'll get 3 points there. So that's cool. Do I want any of this? I think, strangely enough, you know what? I will take the red solar cape. So I'm going to loot it. Gonna loot the cape. So that's another one of my turns. And then, I think I will spend one last AP and I'm going to draw another location for next turn. This is the diamond mine. I don't think I can get anything for the diamond mine. I will get this. And that's the day. So end of the day, we're going to turn these in. So we get 2 QP for this. We get 1 QP for this. So that's 3 more points. So we have 4 plus 5, 6, 7. So we're at 7 points technically right now. Not great. We do heal too because beginning of the day. I think it's the 5th now, the 5th of the 5th turn. I'm going to draw a location. Ominous Tower, is that magical for me? It's not. I cannot find magic locations to save my life. And geez, I'm going to draw a character because I need an Eggman. Perfect. All right. So that's good. The bad thing is I am not in great condition, but I got a buddy. So I think we're okay. So I am going to place. So let's really quickly look at followers. Each follower has a role once follower is allied with. Yeah, one follower at a time. Yes, you may switch influencing followers. Yeah, we're just gonna keep him with me, and he's gonna engage in combat with me. I think I'm gonna play the diamond mine for free. So 15. You smell something so foreign and putrid it makes you wince. You hear the repetitive thumping of an old engine. Down a short lane ahead, you see a wooden house. There's a steam powered conveyor leading out of a shaft that is attached to the house. The conveyor is dumping a steady stream of fine dirt and rocks onto a pile. You notice a creature sitting in a chair near the pile. They are sifting through the rocks, looking at small chunks with an eyepiece and tossing them aside. The creature's tasseled hair and sagging greenish skin are matted with years of filth and grit. The conveyor stutters to a halt, and soon the head of another creature similar to the first appears from out of the shaft. Simultaneously, they both turn and fix their unsettling gaze. You've heard stories about this place. Most call it the Diamond Mine. During the first wave of the cataclysm, the farmhouse here nearly avoided a meteor strike. It is said the meteor brought visitors from the stars who are now mining a network of tunnels that begin underneath the farmhouse and stretch out for miles. If Dane and Rain, the Dirt Twins, are in play, move them here. If a player is holding them, blah, 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 otherwise draw them. So we'll draw them. Draw the following items to hold. 2 Rift Crystals, Vision Sword, and the Warlock Talisman. The twins are friendly to those who enter the location. For 1 AP, the twin will agree to trade 1 items for 1 sword or 1 shield item. They will equip, and each trade grants you a quest point. They will enthusiastically agree to trade 2 items for the Dirt Twin sword, and this gets them 3. Okay, so let's just start with that. Let's get Dehane and Rain. So we got those 2 guys are here. Now I think their sword is right next to them, so that guy was carrying it. So how do we equip these guys here? Let's take a quick draw. 2 Rift Crystals, Vision Shard, and Warlock's Talisman. So, uh, or 2 Rift Crystals, right? 2 Rift Crystals. Vision Shard. I think I have it. And the Warlock's Talisman. So they have 3 items. So I'm not going to care which has which. We'll split them up in some fashion. So they have these items. They are friendly. They'll trade 1 of their items for the sword once a game. A shield item. Each trader grants blah. The Dirt Twins, so they will trade 2 items for the Dirt Twins sword. So, okay. That's what we see there. That was our free play. Draw 1 extra item, place it in their inventory. All right. So for another free play, we're going to play him. So the Eggman soldier is going to appear there. I have to roll on a 3 or 4. I have to give him an item, which would suck, but 5, so we do not. And then he gets 1 extra item because of the quest, and it is the golden bow. So he has the golden bow. That raises his combat value to 5, so it's a little shitty. So he is there. That is our free play there of all our cards that we have free plays for. I'm going to draw 1 side quest to replenish the ones that I've done. I'm going to equip the cape for a point. That's going to increase this by 1, increase this by 1, increase this by 1. Done. And then I believe I'm going to take a turn to loot the Dirt Twins sword and put it in my hand. And then I'm going to take a turn to move into the Eggman space with my buddy. And we'll see if we can't double team this guy and take him out. So they are being harassed by the Eggman. We're going to stop this madness and take this guy down. So, he's aggressive. He's going to attack immediately. I actually don't think I need the board as much this time, since it's pretty obvious what he has. So these are my dice. These are my bud's dice, or well, my the enemy's dice. We also have a buddy now, though. So let's put these. Oops. Let's put we'll put green dice because he's green. It's not easy being green. So we're gonna roll. Everybody's gonna roll for first strike. So first he's gonna roll, then we're gonna roll for first strike. So we are gonna go first by far. So we're first. Then I believe the Eggman. And then our guy. And I believe that we just go in order and we just fight like that. So we effectively get, another attack. Everybody fights separate. And so, I mean, that makes the follower super powerful because you're doubling your action economy effectively there. So I'm going to go first. We just need to sort of survive and knock this guy through 34 of his hit points. We are doing a plus 10 now. So let's do a roll and just giant fly we need to kill here. Wow, we've rolled like shit. So we have 13. So we do 13 points to him. So there you go, 13. He's going to hit me back, I assume, since I just hit him. He adds 5 to this. 14 minus 2 is 12. So we're down to 7 points. That ain't good. Our buddy's going to go. And honestly, I should roll this speed shot and see if he just kills me, right? Because no, he does not. Wow, this fly is going to really drive me nuts here. So my guy's going to go. And he rolls 5 plus 5. That is 10. So he does 10 more points. So oops. So we've got him down to, so he's 22 points down, or 23 points down. So we've got him down to 11. So we need to just score 11. I think I can probably do that. So 6 plus 10 is 16. So we're going to do 16 more points, and that's going to take him out. So the Eggman is gone. So we've killed him. We've got the item. Or we don't have the item, but we've got him. So we're going to score 3 points. Jeez, oh man, that fly, like I said, is gigantic and slow, but quiet, strangely quiet. Like he is just sort of hanging out there. So we've killed the Eggman, so that's half of the quest. But we are done. Now we do heal 1 point after battle because of the cape, so we're up to 8. We do move this up to, I think, 6 now, I believe. We've defeated an Eggman, so that's plus 2 more points. So that brings us to 6 points outright. Plus we have 6 on the board, so we actually have 12 points right now. That's not the worst. We're going to heal 2 at the beginning of the turn. I think we're going to draw a location. No need to draw a character anymore at the moment. We're going to draw an item. Those are our beginning things here today. So that's it. I think we got this. We have to draw another side quest. Play a location card, so that's easy. Indeed, we're going to play a location card right now. Does the Dead Toll House pass? No. Doesn't count. They do count for, so we did actually enter another location, so that's 2 points there. We entered here. So that's cool. We're going to play this location right there. And so now we need to roll now we need a 13. Dead Toll House Pass. There's a small wooden structure ahead that is a toll bar extending from it. The bar is down, blocking the road. To your amazement, a swirling cloud of red dust appears on the other side. The cloud begins to coalesce into a petite young woman with grayscale covered skin. She's wearing a tattered cape, a leather jacket, and riding chaps. When you enter this location, 24B. Done. Okay. So first thing is first. So we played the location for free. That's going to score us this. So we're done there. That was the goal there. I am going to play a character to get him out of my hand. Oh, we have to roll for these guys to walk. So they both move. He's going to go here, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he goes there. Done. Let's see. So we're going to play Paragrad. And I am going to just play him here. And that's mostly just to get him out of my hand at this point. So those are my 2 free plays. This is done already. So let's finish up here. So what I'm going to do is we're at the diamond mine, right? So that's 15. So they will trade 2 items for the sword. So we are going to give them the sword. And they're going to give me a crystal and a talisman. That's going to score us 3 quest points because they are happy with that. So that's sort of cool. Do we have anything else? Yeah, I think we're good there. I think we can mostly ignore the Dirt Twins for now. I am going to spend a point. Now, do we have to trade them? Do we spend to trade? Yes, so we did spend a trade. Secondly, we're going to spend to pick up the golden bow. So we need to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are out of. We're going to pull this into our inventory here. So these 3 cards into our inventory. 4 cards. So that's 8. So we are done. We have our inventory is full. And our goal is to get this back to the crossroads. And that sucks a little bit because that is just going to take time that ideally we would rather not be taking. So I'm going to go. My buddy's going to come with me. And that is the end of the turn. We do get to draw a card on turn 6. So a 4th quest is Ancient Items. You've traveled through time from a distant future to search of things from this time that are difficult to find in yours. Your hero can deposit objects, not weapons, armor, or any of their starting items, to the temporal drop-off point at the crossroads. Discard items for 1 QP each. So we're heading back to the crossroads anyway. There you go. So beginning of the next day. So it's I think it's 7, right? So we add 2 hit points, done. We're still limping along here. I'm going to draw cards. I'm going to draw an item card so that I can theoretically discard it. And I'm going to draw a location because at some point I'm going to find something of interest. Bilkid's Pond. None of these match this. None of these are that. So fascinating. So I think I'm just going to go 1 and 2. So I'm actually going to do. I'm going to roll 2d6. So for 1 AP, I'm going to roll my 2d6 here. It is high enough, and for 2 hearts, you can move up to 2 locations away unnoticed. So I'm going to go. Oops. Wait, where am I? I think I discarded my chit. And now I am Paragrad Dell. I don't want to be Paragrad Dell. I want to be Kara the Spy, for crying out loud. Hold on. Where did I put my chit? I do not know. Nonetheless, we moved there last turn. And we're going to move up to 2 for free. So we're going to go 1. There she is. Duh. Okay. So we're going to pop up there. So that's our move. We have brought this item to the crossroads, the golden bow, and we're going to discard it at the crossroads. And that is going to complete this quest for 6. So we're going to add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 points right there. And that is discarded. So we've got 6 points down there. We're going to add, remember, add to that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we're going to have 5 more. So we're about at 20 points. So that ain't bad. And I think we're going to discard the rift crystal here for a point on this. Done. We have to roll for the Orpals, unfortunately. First guy, second guy. The first guy's roaming. The second guy is not. The first guy is roaming back because he's sort of stuck there and he's roaming right back. So we are going to play. We can't play it that way. That would overlap. We could play it this way. It would still sort of overlap, right? So we can play it this way. So that road is blocked, but we do have a way out. We're playing 5. So let's play 5. That's a free play. Ominous tower. Down the road, you see a tall tower looming over a small castle. As you approach, you notice a figure marching back and forth between the main battle. At the top of the tower, there's another figure standing. Both are wearing peculiar helmets signifying they are Eggmen. Reveal cards from the deck to find 2 Eggmen. Equip and place them here, shuffle their cards, other cards back. The Eggmen are guarding something that they consider valuable. Draw 2 items and place them here. Draw the character Draken if possible and place him here. He's being held captive. He has 10 health. He will, however, awake at the beginning of your next turn. Blah, blah, blah. So that's not going to matter because we got him. The Eggman on the tall tower just started howling frantically. They begin waving his arms, pointing in your direction. So, okay. So unfortunately, that's not a great location. We got a soldier and we got an elite soldier. Soldier and elite soldier. So they're here guarding that spot. And I'm not super interested in attacking them. Because again, that's a lot of hit points to burn through. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't love this. But I believe what I'm going to do, since I'm surrounded by enemies, effectively, is Dead Toll House Pass. Is that a thing? No, none of them are things. I believe I am going to use the tonic. That'll give me 20 hit points, so that's 32. And I'm going to use the Warlock Talisman, and I'm going to take Enlarge. So that's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to increase my attack by 2. So my attack now is 12. And so we're going to burn these. And you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to drop this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2. And I'm going to take instead vision travel, place a location from my hand anywhere, and travel there. I am going to go here. And so that is what, location 6. As you see ahead, you see a small body of water, a pond. As you get closer, you notice a green mist suspended above the surface. When you enter, read 39B. So we're going to go here. And that's our last action, too, because we had to use both actions. But we're going to do the thing. We do get another location for a cartographer, at least. That does take us away from the crossroads, so I'm not sure if that was a good move. Since, I mean, technically you could just drag items, I suppose, and feed them into the rift there. End of the day, though, we do get a point for having played a location card. So that's another point, 16. Again, we're adding 6 to that, so we're up to 22, so that's not the worst. Beginning of your next turn, we had 2. We do this. We're up to turn 8. We are drawing card. Oh, we had to do this first. Hold on, I'm sorry. 39. 39B. As you walk closer, the wind grows stronger. The mists begin to swirl and coalesce into the form of a person several paces from where you're standing. Note to the reader, do not read this aloud. Well, I'm going to read it aloud. If the first player-controlled hero who enters this location is Bilkid the Strong, anyone else is 65B. So 65B. I am Bloodsman Garsak. I serve Bilkid the Strong. I've been asked to judge the virtue of those who enter this place. If your character has killed a beast, read 7B. If your character has defeated a hero, read 13B. Who have I defeated? I have defeated Plant Man. I've defeated a hero. I've defeated 2 heroes. So I'm going to say that I've defeated a hero. So defeated a hero. 13B. I commend you on your bravery. Engaging combat with another so powerful is an amazing feat of courage. I will imbue your weapon with the Blood Pact. He reaches out and a mist surrounds you. Choose a weapon if you have one. Each time you use this weapon to strike a foe, you get a health. Done. So there you go. And I have entered this location so that I have marked it on my cartographer's sheet. And that was that. So now it's the beginning of the day. Now we did all this and drew this and done. It's turn 8. So we are yeah, so we are vaguely running out of time. So we sort of, okay. So I'm going to draw again a location, hoping to find, we've got Gilligan's Island here, or Gargan's Clearing, which doesn't count for anything. And then, sure, I'll draw an item at this point. It's a tactical vest, which isn't the worst, but it's not as good as the solar cape, pretty much. So I think I'm just going to keep that there. These 2 yokels will either roam or not. They don't. I'm going to, I suppose, play this location. Sure. That's my freebie. Four, you see a small camp with a tent and several folding chairs around a firing pit. You notice movement, you hear some mumbling and talking, and then nothing. 22B. So we've played that location. What are we gonna do? Well, the problem is that we have not found those 6 locations. We've only found 2 of them. The abattoir and Hagler's Haunted Curve. We do still have 3 points to get here. Where do you get the 3 points? That's a great question. I actually don't know where I'm going to get, or where I'm going to get 10 more points effectively. I'm not exactly certain. I probably should have stayed over here to try to bring back some items. So I tell you what we're going to do. For one turn, we're going to search. We roll, we add our mind. 2 plus 6 is 8. That's enough to draw an item. So we also put a searched token here. So this place has been searched. We will draw that. It is the Phantom Blade. I mean, not terrible. Not better than the Prism Blade, but it's still not terrible. So that wasn't really that helpful for an action point. Sure. Let's move with our buddy to the toll pass here, and we have to read 24. As you walk toward the woman, she looks you up and down skeptically. She produces a scroll and a tiny vial from her jacket and smiles. Before you can react, she attempts to cast a incantation on you. Roll 1d6 plus luck. Okay. So let's roll 1d6 and we'll add luck. Our luck is high. So we got a 9. Okay. If it is a 6 to 8, she casts Blessing of the Winds. Gain 1 AP and 1 QP. That's too bad. She casts Blessing of Illusions. Gain 1 AP and 1 QP. On this turn and the next, your character ignores the first damage inflicted on them in combat. Throws 5 or less, nothing. So we got Blessing of Illusions. 1 AP. So we're going to pull an AP back. And 1 QP. So that's 17 points on the board. Plus another 6. So we're up to 23. In theory, we're supposed to score 30. We did enter a location. And I suppose we're going to head up here with our bud. Either taking the 2 moves or we're going to use our stealth. Sure, so we'll spend the AP. 6 plus 6 is 12, so that's going to move us to here. That's 22 that we have to read. We have entered a location, so that's cool. So that's 5 of those points. 22. As you enter camp, you see more movement in the tent, a gurgling sound, then a panic shriek, and a loud growling noise. A Sarkag wolf strides menacingly from the tent. The wolf looks clean. There's no blood anywhere or evidence it attacked anyone. Draw our Sarkag wolf, shuffle and place it here. If the player's holding 1 in hand, place it here. If all 3 are being used as items are in play, place a token here to represent this wolf. It is currently not aggressive. The wolf seems to be attacking the tent. So I'm going to play this wolf here. I can ignore the wolf. I think I'm okay ignoring the wolf. Leave it alone. 36B. You stand ground as the wolf stares you down. The animal's expression begins to change. The creature falls to the ground in convulsions. Purple smoke enshrouds the writhing beast. It is transforming. Remove the Sarkag wolf and discard it. Draw until you find a weapon-holding character. Place them here and shuffle the other characters back. Add their equipment plus 2 drawn items. Dropped, not equipped. To this location. Once placed, the drawn character stands. If aggressive, he attacks. If they require a roll, make it now. If not aggressive, they explain their predicament. So we're going to draw Not a weapon holder. Yes, a weapon holder. He's a little bit of a badass, too. Is he aggressive? He might be aggressive. Good question. Search, Targon. Torgon, right? Torgon's Edge. So this guy could be nasty. A metal shield. So he's got those. He has another 2 items dropped on the location. So the Eggmen are here. He's got a lot of bits and a lot of hits. He's got 42 health. Hopefully we won't have to fight him, right? 7 strength plus 2 is 9 strength. I don't really care about setting these up. His speed will be used once the entire combat. He has a +2 and +1 just like that. So let's roll. 1 to 3, he's going to attack us. 4, he doesn't. He heals 15 points, and he's going to explain his predicament. An evil warlock has condemned them to periodically shapeshift into a wolf. On this turn, your character may trade with the drawn character by exchanging your items at no AP cost. On subsequent turns, a trade costs 1 AP. Transformed character will always keep 1 weapon, refusing to trade it. Equip the drawn character with this weapon at the end of your turn. So what are their dropped items? Just to see them, because we can do them. We don't want any of that. So good enough. I'm going to put him up here. So we got 5. We can pop that for 6 next turn. That'll bring us to 23, 24, 25, 26 points. But man. So I think we're gonna walk and walk. I think we're gonna try to get a little bit back closer to here. But that's gonna take us to 9. So we have pretty much 4 turns left. Oh, we do get to do that. I suppose what I will do is, I mean, I don't think it's worth the point. You're literally spending, because you have to equip both of these again. Because when you want to equip this, you got to unequip this. You would have to spend 2 points to do this. Maybe that's worth it. I can't find a shield. Ugh, okay. So beginning of the turn, I'm going to kill that. I'm going to draw that card. Pick up an item dropped by a character you don't control. Could be the golden sword. I can deal with that. So I'm going to draw an item. Oops. It's a potion. That's good. And a location. The Precipice Lighthouse. Nope. Still not magic. Okay. So Bitter Blood Tonic is good because that's going to count to getting to dumping items at the crossroads. So if we have 17, 18, 19, 22, 24, 25. So we theoretically need to score 5 more points. So the Orpals, the red dice. One of these guys is going to move. That's this guy. Is he's going to move back to the crossroads, it looked like. I think what I'm going to try to do, get a couple items, drop them off here. Pick this up for a point. So I'm going to search for one. I'll roll this die. 4, so I am going to search, and I am going to find something. That's another item, so we can draw both those items. So that's 2 more points. So I think we might have this. So we're going to have Draken move himself and then search himself. That's 2 AP, which is all he has. I've used one, and then I'm going to move to here. So that will be okay, so hold on. So we'll let him do his thing first. Oh, he's a beast, so I don't think he can search. So forget it. He's gonna follow me. Screw it. Thought I was gonna be clever. I'm going to go to here, so that's one move. And I'm gonna search again. And I do. I find an item here. So we're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll pull these into my inventory. We have 5 cards. And we get this. And that's fine. We can actually wield it, but I don't care enough. With the caveat that on a 5 or 6, I would get potentially an item. So that's good to me. That's the end of that. We're down to 10. We're going to have to kill one of these Orpals, I think. This guy's going to wander. He's got 2 places to go. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to wander into there. That's super dangerous right now. So I'm going to draw an item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my hand is full now. I'm gonna, frankly, I'm gonna just discard the vest and the blade, Frank. I mean, I don't need any of that crap. So I'm gonna draw a location just in case we can get one that's magic. The ancient quarry. Maybe it says ancient in it. No. Okay. So I think we are going to search our location. Or actually, I'm going to pick up the sword. So that's one item. That is pick up an item dropped by a character you didn't control. That was the guy we killed. So that's one. We have 7 items right now. I don't think we can take 2 of these guys. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 items in our inventory, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip this for another point. So that goes in our other hand because this is one-handable now. We can roll, and on a 5 or 6, we get to put something from the discards in our hand. No, we don't get to put anything in our hand. We do add 1 to our armor value, and that's cool. I mean, it's not great, but it's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1 more slot for our hand. We could literally draw 1 more card. Hoping it is a potion. And we got to hope that one of these guys moves, frankly. Because I don't want to go here or here. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to take my move and go there. That's my last move of the day. So that brings me to turn 11. Let's roll these 2 guys. We're going to hope one of them moves, and one of them does move. So that's good. So he goes so 1, 2, 3. So he goes there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she has 2 cards to get. We're going to drag an item first, egg armor, discarding it, and then a location. And that is the Loner's Cavern. That would give me a magic point for arcane. So that's good because I need to work that. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to now enter the Orpal Wanderer's space. So we charge in there. I believe that he is aggressive. I believe he's going to attack us. Yes. So he is. So we're going to roll first strike. Ooh, he gets a 10. We get an 11, barely. And our guy here gets a 10. So theoretically, we're winning. So it's us, the Orpal, and then our buddy. So we are going to slice and dice here a bit. We get 15. So we've done 15 points to him. So let's just mark 15 real quick. He's going to hit us, I imagine. So we're going to add 6 to this. So that is 13 points. 13 minus 3 is 10. So we're going to lose down to 26 hit points. And then our green-skinned friend will attack for 14 points. And that's going to be enough to take him down. So the Orpal Wanderer is defeated, which just opens up that space. Now we're going to take, so we're going to score that one. That's 18. I will, beginning of my turn, turn that one in. Smells fishy. Enter a location with water in it. Okay. I am going to, however, discard these 2 items. And those 2 items are going to give me 2 points for the Seeking Ancient item. So that's 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 28. So we are close to doing what we need to do. So I think, as much as I'd rather not do this. Oh, we did get a point after the battle, because we do get a point after the battle. We're gonna go, and we're gonna charge into here, and we're gonna fight again. So that's another move point. Same deal. First strikes all around. We are definitely going to win first strike. Our guy is going to go second, though, because I think he is second fastest. Well, no, it's a tie. 5 and 5. Well, that is too darn bad. So I go first. Hopefully my guy will go second. No. So it's us first, then the Orpal Wanderer. We get 6 plus 10. That is 16 points. So we're going to do 15, 16 points, and then he's going to hit us. Only for 2, 8. 8 minus 3 is 5, so we're going to take 5 points. That's down to 22. Our guy is going to attack, and he rolls 11 more. So that's going to be 25, 26, 27. Ugh. But we go next round, and we kill him. So that Orpal Wanderer is done. So we wipe both of those guys out. We have to roll 40. We have to pull 43. As you walk toward the metal tower, you hear a noise in the bushes. It stops you in your tracks. You turn your boot heel in the direction of the noise. The dirt crunches loudly under your weight. You sense someone is there. A branch breaks at the tree line near the tower. You hear a whisper, a grumbling purr that floats off into the mist. You may attempt to run away or stand your ground and look intimidating. We will stand our ground and look intimidating. Probably a bad idea. A spindly creature with green-tinted skin creeps out from the bushes near you. It is a member of the Varpan Legion, a primitive yet somewhat organized species that crawled up from the subterranean deep soon after the cataclysm. This wretch is small compared to some of the Varpan you've seen. Draw a Varpan F soldier, place them here, and shuffle. He attempts to throw a spear at you. He's aggressive, so we're going to have to fight again. That's too bad. That's actually not ideal. So we got this guy. He holds a spear. So roll 1d6 plus speed. We got an 11, so I think we're good. Yeah. It misses. He shakes his head and slaps his face several times. After trembling in hesitation for a few seconds, he lunges towards you. He is aggressive and determined to fight you. He's no longer holding his spear. So I'll just put it like that. So that's it. Let's get our first strike. So it's going to be us first, then him. He only has 28 hit points, so that is at least something. And we're going to score 20 right off the bat. So he has 8 left. Okay, he's going to attack us now. Ooh. He's going to do 10. 13 minus 3 is 10, so we're down to 12 hit points. He's down to 8. And our guy is going to do that 8 points and kill him. So yet another fight 1. Go us. We have entered another space for cartographer. That's all the points we can score on cartographer. So that is plus 6. So we are now up to 24 points. This card goes away. I'm just going to delete it along with all that. Whew. Okay. And we're hurting again. Ow. We are hurting again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to play the Loner's Cavern because we can here. And that is location 9. You notice a bright green glow shining out from beneath, deep within the cave. As you get closer to it, you hear a crackling noise. The light flickers against the rocks inside the cave, casting them in various shades of green, blue, and purple. 23B when you enter. For crying out loud, I don't want to do anything. I want to rest, but can I draw a quest? I think I can draw a quest, right? No. I'm going to draw an item and maybe get lucky, and it's a healer. It is another temporal beacon, which frankly, I'm going to be okay discarding at the moment. So that's the end of the day. I'm going to get 2 hit points. Well, I got 1 combat, and I should have remembered that every time I struck those guys, I got a point. So I'm going to add just 4 points. So I'm going to 2 at the end of the combat, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put us up to 18 points here. And it's literally the last turn we have. So what do we got here? Equip a new weapon and keep equipped for 2 game rounds. Not even doable. This is not even doable. I'm going to look to see if we can't get to a location with water. Pretty much the lake. I'm going to discard the golden sword or the compass just for giggles. I'm going to draw that as one of my things. And an item, Eggman armor. So just counting points now, I have 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I only have 1 quest, really. It really comes down to I can enter the Loner's Cavern. That's going to give me 2 more points for, or no, 1 more point for this arcane knowledge here. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to read 23B and hope that we can survive it. And if we do, as you walk into the cave, you're bathed in light. The further you walk, the brighter the color light becomes. To your amazement, you stumble upon the source of the light. Carved into a flat wall stretches an immense and complicated map or mandala made up of glowing runes connected together by spindly, various spiraling lines. You feel a powerful energy emanating from the runes. You may touch them or leave them alone. Well, we might as well touch them. 45. As you selectively touch the rune, all the runes on the wall glow bright white, and you're knocked to the floor. Draw another quest. Roll 2d6 plus mind. So we draw another heroic quest, which is not going to help. It's the last day. So done. Roll 2d6, add mind. Our mind is not terrible. We got 5 as 6 is 11, so we scored 11. If they roll 10 to 12, they heal 1d6, and mind is +1. So we're going to heal 1d6, which we could use. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our mind is +1, so that's pretty cool. You gain 2 quest points. Done. Oh, no. Nope. That's it. That's done. So, but that is going to score us here because we did gain for Arcane Insight 1 more point. And that's going to bring us to the 30 we need to score to to win, given the Dungeon Dive solo rules. I think I mostly vaguely played that correctly. Mostly sorta, maybe. And you do have to score 30 under those rules. 20 under the normal game, but the normal game, your hand is constrained. You only draw 1 card a turn. So I could definitely see where it's a way more constrained game trying to eke those points out. And you only get one quest at the beginning as opposed to two, so I could sort of see it. Um, Here, the game does sprawl a little bit more. Um, so there you go. I think we've at least vaguely figured out how to play, and by that means I mean how to score. It is a little loosey goosey in the sense of there's a lot of sort of a little sway interpretation as to what happens when and so on. Some of that was on me because just forgetting, and some of that's just on the fact that the one thing I so what is my verdict? Because I played twice. One I didn't know much, and then this time I think I got it mostly down. I mean, given the two plays, I think at the very least um, the game deserves I will purchase the print and play. I can't get. I don't think I can get a copy of this anywhere. So if I cannot find a copy on eBay or Board Game Geek or whatever, I will buy the print and play at least to justify my playing here. So I think it's worth at least that much. It's definitely worth the whatever 12, the $20 or whatever that costs to buy a print and play. I probably won't print it and play it because I just don't have the patience to cut all that stuff out. It's not a terrible game. I think it's a fine game. Um, I don't love it. I'm not enchanted by it. It's sort of a C plus. I could easily see it being a little bit cooler with multiple people because the multiple people competitively would have a reason to continuously play characters sort of in your way, right? You would almost hover a square or two around your enemy, and you would constrain them as best your other players. I think you'd constrain them as best you could by trying to play things nearish them that would stop them from moving places, right? Um, and then if you PvP, now the thing I would in multiplayer if there was PvP, I would never try to fight a monster. Jeez, man. I mean, the very typically, I mean, it's just you do about a third of your hit points, you do about a third of their hit points, and you chunk down like that. And yeah, you win, but you're down to 10 hit points, and then someone else is going to swoop in. It's very much like being the first to attack in a multi-sided strategy wargamer, like, a risk. Um, you can burn each other out for the third guy to swoop in. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think it runs the same sort of fetch quest gambit that the quest variant that I play in Magic Realm sort of does. Um, I don't. I understand what they're going for with the booklets, but I don't super love the booklets because everything's very arbitrary anyway. It seems it's not like you're going to there's two booklets. You're gonna obviously it's after a couple plays you will have memorized at least what some of the branching paths to do or not to do. Um, but there's two booklets, so at least that gives you a little bit of variation. But it seems sort of arbitrary what to do. Um, and it does very much cut into the middle of your turn, right? So, okay, you moved into this place. Now read this paragraph, set up two characters with items, put stuff here, drop stuff here, move yourself, and so on. And it's a little bit disjointed in my mind as far as the turns go. So, I mean, said I don't mind it. I think it's decent. It's an interesting sort of you know it gives me a strange, almost talisman-y vibe in terms of how the characters are. They're mostly stats with one or two small powers, right? Um, the combat really is, strangely enough, it's talisman like. You roll and add, and I like strange. I think I mean, I like talisman's combat better in the sense that it's quicker. Um, you don't necessarily lose as much. You're not hampered as much. But I don't know. I mean, I'm mixed. I'm very mixed about this game. It is a 50-50 for me. I think it is it's a fine game. I can see why some people like it because it sort of generates a little bit of chaos on the board and stuff happens. Um, and I don't think that's bad in the sense that and there's an interesting thing which I will say, which is sort of cool, right? Like these guys are in the deck, so you could meet them, or you can meet them here, based on that paragraph, right? So I think that's sort of cool. And theoretically you could fight them. You could go, you know what, I'm just gonna kill these guys and take all the shit that's on the ground because I can. Now I don't know that there's any point to ever doing that, but it seems like you certainly could do that. Because again, the characters are exactly the same, whether they come out of the book, whether they come out of the deck, right? It's all the same sort of gig. The heroes you play just go right back into the deck, so you can fight them. So I do think that's sort of interesting. I wish the items had more zhuzh to them, something more to them. Like I got the prism sword; it has to be unlocked with the prism key. Oh, okay, but otherwise, it's not that much better than another sword. And in fact, adding one to all your stats, though, fine. In reality, this beating, there's what were the beat stick or whatever it was pretty badass. Whereas this guy, the barking stick, it's +5 to your combat effectively. That's a great, that's a great weapon right there. Now it takes two hands. So I don't know. I don't know. But I said I wish the items had more something to them. They have a little bit. It feels like a lot of the adventure games that I have played, other than say Magic Realm, in that you have some stats, your stats go up by 1 or 2, you're trying to get higher stats, right? Return of the Heroes, same thing. Oh, I got a sword, it's +1 to your stat. I got a thing, it's +1 to your stat. Talisman, you wear the ring, it's +1 wit. Oh, +1 might, right? And you're trying to get high, you're trying to get 10, trying to get 11. Same thing here. That's sort of how it feels. And so that sort of evens it out for me in that the characters tend to feel samey. Like this character's been as tough as any of my other characters as far as that goes. I wish there was a little bit more variation and play style, a little, but I sort of understand how difficult that is to pull off and still be a simple game. The game's is 20 pages. The rules, you can learn them super quick. I definitely think that this would be a pretty fun multiplayer if you could find ways to dink with the other players a little bit as you play. So, I said it's worth a buy for the print and play or whatever, and it's certainly worth playing on tabletop sim. And there you go. I think, but my verdict is, like I said, it's a CC plus. I'm not super thrilled. I don't know that I'd pull this out a ton and try it again, and again and again. I'm certainly not going to do 100 of these, like Magic Realm plays, because and again maybe it's just a bias, but I don't know that those two plays felt that much different to me, um, than I did felt much different. Although I understood a lot better in the second one. So again, I'll have to think about it a little bit. If you have any experience with this game, tell me what you think about Tell me what I'm missing. Um, I'm looking for games that take the place of Magic Realm or hit that same scratch that same itch. And so I am really looking for those games. So if you find that this is that game for you, tell me why. Let's talk about it a little bit. I think it's a fine game. Um, the art style, though, to me, ugly grows on me a little bit. I do like the cards and how the cards sort of map together, and I think this is a neat way to do. I think this is actually a very neat way to do a growing map. So you could certainly do worse than to make a map like this. Um, and it gives me sort of a weird vibe for like I wonder how you can do an irregular, could you make this even a more like a more branching sort of a, you know, like a Magic Realm style map that's say done in squares or rectangles, but with different paths and the paths, overlap and go over under and that kind of thing. How would that look? And I like this irregular placement too. I like the fact that, you know, that this card went beside this card and this card went that, this is a cool map. So I do like that. I think that's a big positive for the game for sure. So that's it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your experience with a dark venture is. Um, I'm not going to judge after two games per se. I think we'll probably get one or two more plays in for sure and sort of get a feel for it. Um, I'm only 4 hours in. Played twice, and I did a little test play sort of offline just to make sure that I thought I had the rules down. So, I have probably 6 hours into the game. So it's not like I'm an expert in any stretch of the imagination. So tell me what you think. Tell me why you love this game or why you don't love it. If you have a cheap copy, I'll take it off your hands. And that's it. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching and hopefully commenting. And we'll talk to you later in the week. We'll have um, I'm trying to think of what to do for my next MR game, or is there another game to play? Um, so we'll think about that too. All right. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.